8:11 right now, and this weekend, Disney World, if you haven't heard, hosting a star-studded event featuring some of the music world's favorite acts. We've got one right here called the Night of Joy, and some of the most popular mainstream and Christian bands are going to be at Hollywood Studios to perform. Here with us right now, you may recognize them, one of the bands, Leeland. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having us this morning.
If you don't know much about these guys, it's a brother team, and you've been compared to the sound of Coldplay and U2. Is that okay?
That's all right by us.
That's all right by us. We like those guys, yes.
Leeland, start us off here with a little bit about your group, some background. How did you start playing?
Yeah, well, we're like four guys from Baytown, Texas, and that's where we started in my parents' church. I started a church about 7 years ago, and so we just would play together in youth group, and that's kind of how the band started, so yeah.
What's the inspiration for your songs?
Yeah, well, obviously God, first and foremost, and we get to travel all over the world, really, and get to meet amazing people, and a lot of times those kind of stories produce songs, and our new record, Love Is on the Move, has a lot of those stories on it, so yeah, we're just excited to share them,
Very fun, and you say you're with your families in town this week and having a little fun at Disney. Do you guys have time to play while you're here?
Yes, we do. We actually, yesterday, I was went to the Yeti ride at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
it's probably one of the best rides in Disney.
Yeah. Ooh, the one where you go backwards down the hill?
Yes, great.
That's a fan favorite. Good stuff. Okay, for people who are going to be listening to you tonight, maybe for the first time, what would you want them to know about your music and what you're trying to convey?
Yeah, well, I think one thing first and foremost is just one thing with this record that we're really trying to promote and push is that love isn't love unless it has action behind it. And Jesus was the first one to be love on the move for all of us when he went to the cross. And now through him, what he did for us, we can be that to the world and be love to the world. And so that's one encouragement I'd like to say. And we're doing a tour this fall. It's called the Follow You Tour. And so you can check out all the tour dates on our website. It's leelandonline.com. And also, like on Twitter, we're at Leeland Official is our Twitter.
I have to ask, brotherly love, is it easy on the road, or is that a little tough sometimes when you're living together constantly?
Well, yeah, because we're a lot alike, but we're like really different. So, but we get along. We have our little tiffs every once in a while, but we love each other.
Yeah,
so.
we do.
It happens to the best of families, right?
Yes.
Always someone to fight with and play with.
Exactly.
The best part about brothers. All right, tell us what you're going to sing.
We're going to sing our first single from this record. It's called Follow You.
All right, take it away, guys.
You live among the least of these, the weary and the weak, and it would be a tragedy for me to turn away, 'cause all my needs you have supplied. When I was dead, you gave me life, so how could I not give it away so freely? And I'll follow you into the homes of the broken, follow you into the world, meet the needs for the poor and the needy, God. I'll follow you into the world. I will follow you, follow you into the homes of the broken. I'll follow you into the world. No, meet the needs for the poor and the needy, God. I'll follow you into the world. I give all myself. I give all myself. I give all myself to you. Yeah, I'll follow you into the homes of the broken, follow you into the world, meet the needs for the poor and the needy, God.
You're listening to Leeland, the Mooring Brothers. Thank you so much for joining us, and you can catch them this weekend. It's at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Tonight and tomorrow, performances start at 7. They go to midnight. After hours ticketing event here, I believe it's $49.95 if you want to go check them out with a bunch of other really great bands.